So as the football world continues to be on a football lockdown, I thought I'd take a little look at what the state of football would look like in 10 years' time. But in this video, we're going to be taking a look at one team in particular, and that team is Arsenal. That's right, folks, back once again with another Football Manager 2020 simulation. Today we're going to take a little look at Arsenal in 10 years' time. But before that, let's take a look at what they look like here and now, shall we? So we're going to punch in Arsenal. Of course, they are managed by Mikel Arteta. There they are. There we are. So he's the man pulling the, or he's the man making the decisions that matter. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is the captain, and he's also the key player. Hector Bellerin is the vice captain, and William Salib is the man to watch for the future. 18 years of age. He's actually on loan at the moment at Saint Etienne. He's come through the Saint Etienne academy. They bought him for £27 million. They sold him. Actually, they bought him, then they loaned him back. So, yes, exciting little prospect. Only 18 years of age. Could go on to bigger, better things. Now, Arsenal, without a Premier League win since 2003, 2004. That's a long bloody time. That's nearly 20 years. It's nearly 20 years, Arsenal. Goodness me, it'll be like 30 some years or whatever when we smash into the future. So, yeah, that's a long time. They've had a runners-up spot. They finished second back in 2015, 2016. But besides that, it's third and fourth. The past couple of seasons, though, 5th, 6th, and 5th. So they're around about the top 6 side, you would say now, and they're currently struggling in 9th spot. But only a win away from going as high as 6. But where will they be in 10 years' time? But before that, let's take a look at the key players. Aubameyang is the main man, £65 million. Lacazette is second, 28 years of age, £53 million. Ozil still on the books. £41 million. Pepe is the hot prospect, 24 years of age as well. Mkhitaryan, he's 30 million out on loan. Granit Xhaka, Lucas Torreira. It's a who's who of football. Who's going to still be here in 10 years' time, though? That's the question. Maybe the likes of Tierney, who's 22 years of age. Torreira could still be here. Nicolas Pepe could also still be here. Plus some of these youngsters here, Reece Nelson, Gudunzi, and also that hot prospect, Salib. But anyway, let's waste no more further ado and have a little look where we are in 10 years' time. Okay, folks, back once again. So here we are, folks. 10 years later now, we will check out on what's been happening with Arsenal. But you can tell already there's something going on because they're in the news. Arsenal hire Ancelotti as their manager. Well. So we know who's in charge. But let's have a look at Arsenal. Where are they? Are they in the? Yeah, they're in the Premier League. They could have gone down. You never know. But Carlos Ancelotti is the man. My phone's going off the blink. Doing absolute bits. William Salib is still there, and he is the key player. He was a hot prospect before, but now he's the key player. Reece James is vice captain, of course, formerly of Chelsea, and Dejan Kulusevski is El Capitano. We do have manager Carlos Ancelotti. So, since we've been gone, it's been pretty much as you think. 6th, 5th, the highest they ever finished was 4th since we were gone. So, it's not been a very, very good 10 years for Arsenal. They seem to be struggling. Let's have a look at the players then, shall we? So Kulusevski is the main man. He is not a regen. He was an actual player. Swedish, 101 caps. He's only 29 years of age. Got the best of football ahead of him. Brought from Juventus for £40 million. He's been very, very good for them on an average over of 7 since he's been here. So pretty decent. They bought him from Atalanta for £30 million, who bought him from a small Swedish club called So, yeah, he's a decent little player, holding his value. Jens de Schmidt is next. He is a regen, £69 million rated. Barcelona do want him. He's got 52 caps to his name. He bought him from Liverpool, who bought him from Ghent. He's been a double-digit man up top, big-time striker. We like to see that. Let's take a look at the hot prospect then, way back when, who is now the most important player. It is William Salib. He's got 14 caps for France. He's been okay. I wouldn't say blowing the place apart. Started the season off, of course, on loan. Then the next season he had 5 games for Arsenal before eventually breaking in. That's probably 2022-23 season with 18 goals. Since then he's been first choice. He's been getting better and getting better. He's still only 28 years of age, so he's at his peak now. So we should expect some good stuff from him. Gudunzi's still there as well, 30 years of age, got 3 caps to his name, around at £50 million. He's been a savvy little player as well, just shy of 7 on an average, 6.97 average rated. Who else has been here since the get-go? Tomori's coming from Chelsea. We'll have a close look at him as well. Rodrigo, he's someone else. Yeah, don't think anyone else stands out. Craig Proctor is not a regen. Salvi is a regen. Reece James, let's have a look at him then, formerly of Chelsea. You bought him for £34.5 million, 6.95 rated. He must be an England international. He is 12 caps to his name. Good news, Reece James. Who else does he? Tomori as well, of course, 31 years old, 40 caps for England. Must have been from Chelsea. It's £39 million as well. So, again, 6.89 average. Not brilliant, but still very high. Besides that, Edouard, he always goes to Arsenal in the games. Picked up from Celtic, I imagine. Nope, he actually went to Man City at £29.5 million. Who sold him to Leicester? Who sold him for Arsenal for more money. So he's gone up and up and up and up, and he's got caps to his name for France. 12 goals in 21 games as well. Ain't too shabby. Let's take a look at the managerial merry-go-round for Arsenal then. So we did start with Mikel Arteta. Ten Hag came in for just shy of 2 years before Diego Simone came in as well, with just shy of 3 years. Massimo Allegri came in as well for just shy of 3 years as well before Carlos Ancelotti came in as well. So yap, stam. It says league win. Okay, so he won with the under-21s. So Ten Hag won a cup. He won a Euro Cup. Diego Simone won the FA Cup and Carabao, so they did do a double of some sort as well since they've been here. So take a look at those competitions as well. So European Championships Cup, of course, that's not this time out. Premier League, nothing new here. Cup Winners' Cup doesn't exist anymore. The Euro Cup, so they were finished runners-up in 2027 and also winners in 2023. The Super Cup, of course, runners-up in 2023. FA Cup, they won in 2026. The Community Shield, they become runner-up. Just the one season here. The Carabao Cup, runners-up in 2028 and winners in 2020. Let's have a look at Arsenal's transfer business then, shall we? So all the back of the debut season, you started with this. £80 million generated, £7 million spent. You spent it on Marko Milivojevic, who's now at Tottenham. He's an American. You guys bought him for £6 million, then let him go, basically. He did okay for you guys. Attacking midfielder. Very high rated as well. It's over 7 since he's been there, so it's a bit of a surprise that you guys let him go for nothing. You also had a spell out in Ajax as well. You brought in Kenzo Kujman from AZ Alkmaar, who is a Dutchie, no caps to his name. You then sold him also for a free to Seattle, so a bit of a bust him. Yeah, the money coming in from Rob Holding and went to Olympique Marseille, still Olympique Marseille, got a couple of caps to his names as well, formerly of Bolton, remember. So you made a generous profit on him since you bought him way back when. Next season, you spent 143 million, just bringing in 24 million pounds of sales. Papadopoulos from Nice went. He's still in the game as a coach. They sold. You actually wiped your face with that. You bought him for 14.5, sold him for 12.5. AEK then gobbled him up for the back end of his career. Next up, you sold Alamo Martinez to Trabzonspor. He's over there with Soloth and Co, and he's doing okay for himself as well. Martinez, no caps for Argentina, but a couple of under 21 caps. You load out Xhaka to Aston Villa. As for players coming in, you spent £143 million, and most of it went on Clement Lenglet, who's now still at Arsenal, but he's going to be leaving to join Lyon as well. So you bought big money for him. He was very good, 7.078 average on all sort of grounds. Pablo Mari as well was brought in. He's now over at Valladolid. You sold him for £8 million, so you kind of wiped your face on that, but Zenit made big bank on him as well. Michael Vlaat was brought in from Anderlecht. He's a Dutchie. He's now at Basel. So you then sell him to Everton. Again, you take a little bit of a hit on that one. But his profit goes up a little bit, or his value goes up anyway, to Celtic and then West Ham, now at Basel, over in the Swiss League. Mike Palmer was brought in from Coventry, youngster, regen. He's actually decent. Bouchard is a midfielder, another Frenchie. You buy for 14.5. You sell him for Sheffield United for 12 million. China come in with a 40.5 million. They make bank on him. Absolute oodles of money. Lucas Digne is also brought in from Everton. He is now at Barcelona, so that's potential a bit of a change. So you double your money on that. So that's a good bit of business. Very good fullback down the left-hand side. He's actually wanted by Blackburn, Everton, Fulham, Swansea. So he's still got a couple of little bits of stuff. Like 12 pace still. So that was a very, very busy year for you guys, spending a lot of money. The next season, you bought in Moussa Dembele from Lille, 3.5 million pounds. You then sell him for 18.5. He was a decent striker, just shy of double digits for the first couple of seasons, and then over the line in the end. Jared Bowen was brought in. We've seen that. Lucas Zidane was also brought in as a goalkeeper. He plays a couple of games for Arsenal, but then you let him go, and he's at Senate these days. And he's yet to break into the French team, but he's still young for a goalkeeper. You just don't know. Jonathan David was brought in. He's a Canadian. He's a savvy little player. Man United now have him. You buy him for 19. You sell him for 29. Back to over to Boca Juniors, which is strange. PSG came in 13.5 million. Man United got him up for 51 million pounds. Just 10 years after he haunts them in the Euro Cup. Kevin Ullman was brought in as well from Toulouse. He's now at Schalke. You sell him to Everton, and then his value holds around about the same. Benza was brought in, or Benza from Real Madrid. He's now gone to Guangzhou, so that means you made some money on him. Big time. You did. You quadrupled your value. He's only been at Arsenal for a couple of seasons, but hey, you made bank on that one. Next up, players going out. Mustafi eventually went to Spartak Moscow. Maitland-Niles went to Watford. Xhaka went to Galatasaray for 13.5. Mirza Özil went to Real Sociedad. Sead Kolasinac went to Milan for £90.5 million. Nicolas Pepe, here he is. He's actually at Mönchengladbach these days. You let him go for free after spending £72 million on him. He has an indifferent start, a loan spell, and then nothing really comes of it. That's a bit of a shame, really. He could have been very, very good. He still gets the old international caps, looks like, for Ivory Coast. So, not too shabby indeed. Next up, the next season, Tomori comes in, £39 million. We saw Kulu Koulibaly comes in from Napoli. He's still available, 37 years of age. Spends a couple of seasons at Arsenal. You spend 20 million. He goes to Schalke. He does okay at Schalke. He does okay at Arsenal as well. You'd think with that you'd be pushing for the title, but no. £131 million spent as well. Joachim Marley's coming from PSG. He's now at Shakhtar. You sell him for 36. A bit of chunk of change on that guy as well. Besides that, Nusa Maroudi from Everton. I think we've seen him. He's over at Burnley now. 13.25. Took a bit of a hit on that guy. So yes, you sold Balogun. Where is he? He's the American. Rovers take him on 3 million. We make a bit of chunk of change on that. Players going out. Lacazette went to El Khazazi. How did he get on his back end of his career? Double digits. Then he kind of went off the ball here. Then he sold him. Did okay out in Saudi Arabia. And now he's available as a director of football. Pepe, there he is. There's his loan spell. El Hamadi went to Newcastle. Mkhitaryan went to Brazil. Yeah, Brazil for a little bit. Then he went down the lower leagues with Chievo. It's a strange one. Bellerin went to Man City, £32.5 million, still available, £4.25 million at Southampton. So, yeah, Barcelona then made bank on him, so a little bit sold too soon, perhaps. Sold too soon. Vlap went to Everton, Bourad went to Sheffield United, and that is that. Next season, we go. Oh, we've skipped ahead a bunch here. Luis Diaz was brought in for Porto, £34 million. He's now at Nice. You sell him for half. Very, very bad business model coming on here. Jens de Schmidt from Liverpool, £31 million. He is the striker. He's rated £69 million. You could probably make around about 80 if you play your cards right on that one. Kulusevski as well, still at Arsenal, Swedish fellow. We took a look at him as well. He's a very good player. Tomiyasu, Japanese fella, is now at Barcelona. You sell him for double your money to Real Madrid, who then Tottenham cash in on him, and then they sell him to Barcelona. He's done an okay bit at Barcelona. Players gone out on this season, quite a few. Smith Rowe went to Huddersfield. He's now at Celtic, 28 years of age. He did okay at Celtic. Well, he's doing okay at Celtic, should I say. He's still there. He did not too great at thingy. Tyson, Therese Jewell, and Jules went into Miami. That's the Beckham boys. He is American. Lucas Digne, there he goes. Okay, next up. 2024-25 season. Craig Proctor was brought in from Manchester. He must be a regen. He is 4 caps as well, doing bits for Arsenal. Mariano Hopp, Mehmet Kalplan, £17 million. He's now gone to Dortmund. You kind of wipe your face on that move as well. Players gone out on this season. £202 million of talent. Reece Nelson went to Wolves. banked on that bad boy, didn't you? You banked, of course, a Wolves Academy, an Arsenal Academy product. Ben Cottrell went to Middlesbrough. He's around at £5.5 million rated. They took a chance on him, took a punt, and he's done very, very well. Sam Greenwood, not too sure about. Julian Alvarez gone to PSG. He's now transfer listed at £53 million. You bought him for 8.5, so a good bit of business. Now they're struggling to get rid of him. You sold Jonathan David. You sold Nicolas Fernandez as well, who's now at Salzburg. So hopscotch and a good bit of profit for you guys. Good bit of profit for Boca Juniors. Spurs taking a hit, as did Everton on the flip-flop merry-go. Eddie Nketiah, or whatever you want to call him, is now at Newcastle. No caps for England. He did okay for Arsenal in his bit part season. He's doing very, very well for Newcastle, who are stuck in the Championship with Nketiah at the helm. Nick Hopper, whoever this fella is, regen, coming through the Arsenal Academy. You sold him for 27 million. Huddersfield then cashed in or went for him 34.5. Big money. 26 season. What do we got going on here? £172 million spent on Ewan Manning from FC Groningen. He's now at PSG. You're selling for some more. That's the way to do it. Correa, £75 million. He's now at Huddersfield. Holy shit, that's a big tumble down. Oh, that is that makes me sick. How much money you spent on that for? Jose Moreira, £18.25 million. Maybe one for the future, perhaps, but he's not really delivering, is he? So that's a bit of a wasted time. Hey, I've done it myself. Rodrigo still at the club. Yeah, he's holding his own. I think he could probably get that money back if he holds it as own. Brakuna Kurosaka went to Huddersfield. £53 million they're now rated. Goodness gracious me. So maybe lost it on that one a bit as well. Joachim Male went to Shakhtar. We took a look at that briefly. A little bit of profit on that one, so not too shabby. Trying to get the money back on some of these. Tomoyasu went to Madrid. We already saw that. And Subjic went to Bournemouth, who's now at Huddersfield. So they made some more money on that, on another Arsenal Academy prospect. Into the next couple of seasons now. £124 million spent. Andre Onana from Ajax, who is an actual real player, still in the books at Arsenal. He's a goalkeeper. A lot of money spent. He's a good keeper. A very flamboyant keeper as well. £57 million worth. Not too sure about that. Luciano, Daniel Jose. Players going out. Lucas Zidane went out on loan. Dembele went to Roma. Leno went to Hertha Berlin. That's where you finally got rid of him, I guess. Nicholas O'Sullivan went to Burnley. Koulibaly went to Schalke. That's pretty much it. No other ones that we know about. Next, or penultimate season, £123 million spent, £134 coming in. Edouard comes in, there he comes, £44 million. And this fella here could be very good. He's on loan at Atletico Bilbao. Players gone out. Joe Willock went to Southampton, just shy of £40 million, actually wanted by Man United. So they could be coming in and bringing him to the top level. Luiz went to Blackburn Rovers. Marcus Antonio went to Everton. A guy you brought in for £26 million not too long ago. And any other standouts? Joaquin Carrera went to Everton. Besides that, that's pretty much it. And then into the final season, we go. £211 million spent, £216 received. Maximilian Woba was brought in from Dortmund, who is a defender, Austrian, left back, I think. £77 million on Fran Bertrand as well. Goodness me, he's 30-odd years of age. You're going to lose money on that, boys. Lose money. They bought him for £7 million way back when. Busy season going out at the Emirates. Martinelli to Manchester City for £52 million. Could go to 63. He's got Brazilian caps galore. He's a very good player. Very dangerous indeed. Lucas Torreira to Southampton. Jared Bowen to Burnley. Luciano to Man City. Mehmet Kaplan to Dortmund. Ewan Manning to PSG. And that is your lot. Goodness gracious. Let's take a look at your team, your best 11s then, shall we? Leno between 6, Tierney, Saliba, Lenglet and Tomori, Torreira, Guendouzi, Martinelli, Bowen, Kuleveski and De Schmidt up top. Let's go all the way back to the start. Aubameyang got himself 17 goals. He ended up, where did he end up? Did he go? Did he leave? He left for PSG on a free, got double digits there, and then retired not too long ago. So he is getting on a little bit. Mezzalurzo, we can't check. Calabalos, where did he end up? He's still in the game, it looks like, for Zenit. David Luiz, we can't check. Anyone else? I think that's it. But anyway, double digits from Lacazette, Nicolas Pepe as well, not too shabby. Next season, it was all about Lacazette, 20 goals again. Aubameyang with 17. Torreira 6 goals from midfield. Leno remains between the sticks. Moving on to the next season, it was triple digits or triple double digits. Nicotai got 12, Lacazette 10, Martinelli 10, Jarrod Bowen just shy with 8. Leno remains between the sticks. Moving on to 2022-23 season, Nelson, Milivojevic, Martinelli, Dembele, and that's pretty much it. Eddie Nketiah also double digits in all competitions. Kulusevski also got 12 goals, as well as Martinelli, De Schmidt, all double digits in the 2023-24 season. But Dembele, 19 from the bench. He doesn't get in the starting 11. Moving on to the 2024-25 season, 30 goals from Jens De Schmidt. That's why he's in the main 11. Simon Dembele with 16, Martinelli with 14. Leno remains as goalkeeper. Jarrod Bowen got 9. Into the 2025-26 season, De Schmidt got 19. Proctor got 12, 14 for Martinelli, 13 for Kulusevski more further back, 16 from Dembele on the bench. Leno remains as goalkeeper. Salib in between, in the heart of defence. Onana between the sticks these days. Kulusevski, Martinelli, De Schmidt, all double digits men. 27-28, this was last season. De Schmidt 23 goals, 12 for Martinelli. Kulusevski got 14, 10 for Udderson, Edouard, 1 every 2, and Onana remains between the sticks. Last season, or this season, whatever you want to call it, 21 goals for De Schmidt. Martin got 13, Onana between the sticks, and Proctor with 12 from the bench. And as you see, once again, this is your overall best 11. So let's take a look at the records then, shall we? So the most goals scored by anyone since we started has been 30 from Jens De Schmidt. He's been very, very good. Most assists by any player in a season, 16 for Kulusevski. Most highest average rated was 7.54 for Kulusevski as well. He is your main man, £70 million worth of talent. You should sell him around about now, I think. And this is a quick overview of it. Of course, there's records going from way back when, including Thierry Henry's 39 goals in the season, David O'Leary 582. And there you have it, folks. A quick overview of the records. Highest transfer fee paid was Fran Beltran from Celta Vigo. Highest transfer received was 60 million from Lucas Digny. Total transfer spending, the highest was 178 million. But that, my friends, is it. Arsenal remain a top 6 side, but no titles in sight. Couple of little cup wins, but that's your lot. Tomorrow we'll take a look at the other side of North London. It's Tottenham, who currently find themselves 8th. Where will they be? Who will be in charge? Wait, you got 24 hours to find out. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.